Now to Grit 992003. I never said that you were a rapist or a murderer or even a moderator. You seem to think that I was talking about you personally when I don't even know your name by heart. So, no. I did not mean that to you personally. I meant that in general. I mean, you are very belligerent, but you are not one of the moderator bourgeoisie. You probably don't own a forum. You've probably never mandated a forum. So therefore, you are not of that class. What you are, though, is a reactionary. I mean, you are the definition of reactionary. And this idea that you are an anarcho-syndicalist, no, maybe an anarcho-conservative, an anarcho-revisionist, but not a syndicalist. What you're failing to mention is the fact that, what would you prefer? What would you say the right answer is to the problem of moderators? And all the time you spend condemning me, talking about what a wannabe totalitarian I am, what a wannabe dictator I am, you never seem to find time to mention the actual problem of moderators. Like every other reactionary revisionist scum out there. Just like all the people that condemned communism during the Soviet Union, during Maoist China, you never have any answers as to what you would do. You never have any answers to the problem itself. You just want to attack those that are challenging the status quo. What would you have done during the monarchy czars of ancient Russia? What would you have done during the dictatorial feudal regimes of China? Nothing. You would have just said that every revolutionary that came along was just as bad, if not worse. But you never would have picked up arms against your former oppressors. So, what the fuck? Why, if you're so concerned with me being a dictator, why not worry about the dictators that already exist? Not the would-be, could-be dictators, the ones right now. Proof is, I'm not a dictator. I'm in no position to be a dictator. Whether or not I would be a dictator means no bearing on the fact that we have dictators right here, right now. So why not worry about them? And then, when I'm the dictator, you can usurp me of my power and tase me or do whatever. But I guarantee you that's not how it would play out. But in your mind, it's all justified that you get to sit there and side with these rapists and murderers. Yes, they are the rapists and murderers, the moderators. And you are their lapdog. You are their subordinate little whelp that will defend them at all costs and not pay attention to the fact that we could be doing something special here. We could actually be accomplishing something here and changing something for the better, but you like things just the way they are. I don't know why. Maybe you feel comfortable in the fact that you understand your tyranny. After all, familiarity breeds content. So, maybe that's what it is. Or maybe it's because that you are a moderator and I just don't know about it. And you don't want to ever be in a world where you don't get to dictate what other people can say and do. Or maybe, I don't know what your reasoning is. And I don't really care. What it comes down to is the fact that we do have a problem. And rather than, bringing your own solution to the table, or siding with the guy trying to do something about the problem, you're attacking the fucking guy trying to do something about this whole ordeal. You would rather side with the current evil than take your chances. What does that say about you? How is that anarchist in any regard? Yes, I'm not saying I'm the perfect guy. I'm not always right, but I'm right about this. I'm right about the fact that we shouldn't have to take this shit. I'm right about the fact that we as human beings have some goddamn rights and dignity. But you don't seem to understand that. All you care about is villainizing Jim Profit communists. Just demonizing everything that I am, and then nothing changes. It all stays the same. How convenient. How convenient for the so-called anarchist that you're not willing to go the extra leap for a revolution. That you're not willing to take a few chances for the sake of yourself, for the sake of your family, for the sake of everybody. You're not willing to give it at least the benefit of the doubt that this could lead to something better. Might not be perfect, but it would be better. That's what all we can hope for in life, is that it's better. You know, if you were talking to Maoist rebel this way, he would just write you off as a Trotskyist, block you, and that be it. But I'm not Maoist rebel. And quite frankly, if you were a Trotskyist, I probably wouldn't have to be arguing with you this much. Because if you were a Trotskyist, you would just be saying, well, moderators are okay, we just need better ways to regulate their behavior. Like more flag systems, instead of 3 flags, like 10 flags, and all that other compromising liberal bullshit. So, no, you're not even a Trotskyist. You are just a plain old conservative reactionary. And if you're otherwise, then please, by all means, do something to prove it. Prove to me that you are not just some revisionist conservative that just toes the party line, just toes the status quo, and tell me what you would do about moderators. Tell me what you would do to save people from being censored and oppressed by anyone that feels like they can do that just because it's their forum. So, now the burden of proof is on you. What would you do about moderators? And that's all I have to say to you for now.